Hi, Ravinder. Okay, Daphne here. Well done, keeping going. You are doing so well on all these. So these days, more and more people are travelling domestically or internationally. Well, sadly not now, but we were. So we have to think of this as a pre-COVID essay, I think, really. There are clearly many benefits, but some who argue it has drawbacks. Okay. So you have to discuss both sides, advantages and disadvantages, and really nice. I love your planning. Well done. Good work there. The advent of technology has made it very convenient to travel. Watch out here. This is super important. I can't stress this enough. It's unfinished time. This is not over. Yeah? It has made it. It still is making it super important. Present perfect. Has made it very convenient to travel from one corner of the earth to another. People make such trips related to business, education, or to explore good, which require time and financial resources. People, yeah, okay, but travellers, or even better, such trips are made. Get the passive in there for the purposes of. So think how else you could do this. This word people, I'm not very keen on that. Think about how we could push that. Such trips are made for. And then you might have all of which. If you changed it to mine, you'd need all of which. Otherwise, you're okay. All of which, okay? That's if you take my change. This essay will use very nice, good, brilliant, okay? On one hand, travelling. Now, you can have on one hand, on the other hand. For me, I don't feel it's very sophisticated. I kind of almost like just going in strong here. Travelling has opened, yeah? And then, however, yeah, I kind of think it works better. On one hand, on the other hand, I feel is a bit predictable, not very special. So I go for a strong sentence here. Travelling, open, new opportunities. Right. Is opening, has opened, opens. That's not correct. You need to correct that verb. New opportunities. You don't need the, no article. To expand one's experience of the real world, there you do need it. By exploring cultures. You don't need it there. Cultures in general. We had this yesterday. Didn't we? Did we have this yesterday? I'm sure we've had this before. Be careful on articles. If you make the mistake twice, you will not score 7. It's as simple as that. It will stop you. Just that mistake will stop you from your band 7. Examiners think that by this stage, for band 7, you need to get it right. Okay? So I'm really going to be bossy on that one. Forgive me. Exploring cultures enhances communication skills. Again, you don't need it as general communication skills, no article. And gives a chance to admire some iconic, not ironic. Iconic, lovely word. Check out the difference. Iconic. Natural scenery is beautiful. The advantages are not only limited to travellers, but also enable locals. Very good. Okay, how? Through hotels and cafes. So develop, which promote, really nice. For example, an intense survey. Intense? Maybe not intense. Far-reaching. You could have a far-reaching survey. That means it talked to a lot of people. Showed, get this into the past tense, otherwise it's all present tense, too boring. 70% of income came from, yeah, because also you've got past tense, so you've got to have past there. On the other hand, however, whatever. There are ample disadvantages of travelling, like unpredicted events and familiar surroundings, the spread of diseases, this is specific, and increased pollution. Good. Every trip requires some amount of money and time, and use the words. This might cause disruption of ongoing jobs, plural, maybe, and could include the hidden cost of any unforeseen happening. Good. Such as, so you need to tell me what, otherwise I'm not sure I understand. Such as theft, travel delays, illness, whatever. Moreover, as many people are roaming around the world, good word, there are more chances of the spread, it's very specific, of communicable diseases from one place to another. For instance, originated, past tense, in China, but spread to the whole world because of traveling, just go traveling of people. You'd either have to have the traveling of people or just go travelers who acted as a carrier, as carriers. Yeah? So past tense there. Okay. In conclusion, I believe that traveling has become good. Got the tense right there. An inseparable part of human life. There are some trips that cannot be avoided, and some are designed or planned, to break the monotony of life. But I should always consider the urgency of travel. Nice. Reduce the disturbance of, not to, but disturbance of. Yeah, I really want to go traveling again. I'm really missing that. I don't want to go on a plane, really. Maybe a train. I don't know. Just go somewhere would be lovely. Really nice. I really like that essay, but your problem is these little tiny grammar mistakes, because sadly you will get 6.5 on grammar, which means you need to get 7 on absolutely everything else. Okay? It is very tough, this. You know it is. Take time to really think about what I'm saying in these corrections. Write them down. Yeah? Practice some sentences. Practice some grammar. I know your test is coming up really soon, but let's just really get this right, and then you know that you'll be okay. Yeah? So here we go. Movie preference. 6 genres of movie. Yeah, preferred by... Okay, good. Overall, it is clear that comedy movies are the first choice. Okay? Or second preference, action, more females. Like, okay. Let's get some language in here. Yeah? Indicated their preference for. So we really need to push on the language. This is something that we've been talking about as essay correctors here. What is stopping this band 7? And a lot of it in here is language. The content might be okay, but the language needs to also be good. In details, the highest number of movies watched is comedy movies, male audience. Okay, you could have reaching, yeah, and just 8 less for females. Okay, action movies are preferred by more. You don't need the because it's plural. More males at 137. Almost 55 more than their counterpart. Good. Counterparts plural, but the trend is reversed in the case of romantic movies. Good. Well done. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Horror and animation are more enjoyed by young men. Yep. So in contrast, yeah, or in contrast, yeah, good. Whereas the number of women is 9 for less for both categories. Good grouping. Well, and while females chose to watch, chose to view 12 movies more than males. No, sorry, I thought, wow, more than males, the difference of 23 at 86. 86, 23. Registering. You need a few more words in there. Total of 86. Okay, so good work on that one. Well done. That is a good answer. So just make sure you are really, really precise, as well as telling me what's going on. You've got to think of getting the language into as much, like as good as you possibly can. Yeah. So those structures for comparative structures. So are more enjoyed is okay, but what about such and such was less popular than, not as popular as? Those are language for comparisons. Yeah. Comparisons or comparatives. Oops. Okay. Check out this. I'm just going to put a little something in here for you. Okay, so this is quite a nice checklist which I use with some of my students on just to make sure, like, have you done this? It's a checklist at the end. You could do it before you send in your essays. Go into some old essays that you've done before and just make sure you've really got all that super good. Okay, well done, well done.